Hey, welcome back to Riley's Couch. It's your girl Riley Ross, and I hope you guys all have been having a outstanding week. I know I didn't post anything last week. I was out of commission, caught a little cold. This weather up here in the tri-state is acting shady, and but if I sound a little congested, that's because I'm just getting over a cold, and yeah. But I wanted to come back, I didn't want to be gone too long, and give you guys the scoop. This week we're going to talk about Young Berg, who landed in Riley's hot seat. So apparently after the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood reunion, Young Berg and I guess some of the cast or whatever, all the cast from Love and Hip Hop went out, party, had drinks, celebrated. And when it came time for him to pay his bill, he found out his funds dried up, meaning it was declined. So his girlfriend had to pay. He storms off. She goes after him, telling him off about leaving her, and they get into it. He ends up choking her and dragging her by her hair. Police are called, and he's arrested for obstruction of breathing, which means he pretty much choked the girl out. And of course I wasn't surprised to find out that she was like defending him and saying, oh, it must have been the alcohol because that's not him. No, girl, that's not it. Ain't no excuse. Alcohol, you can't blame it on the liquor. I also found out he was already a wanted man in New York because he got back child support for like $86,000, I believe it was. Well, she defended him, so I wouldn't be surprised, if she bailed him out or, she still be with him after the fact. If you haven't heard, earlier this week, Chris Brown was in the news again. Every time I'm rooting for Chris, he just always do something to just disappoint. Like, he bring you up just to drop you down. I don't know what's wrong with that boy. He need to get his life though. So the girls on The Real were having a segment and relationships were brought up. Chris Brown and his girl Karrueche relationship were brought up, and they were saying like, shouldn't her friends like check her, like, sit her down, talk to her, like, you think Chris, you want to be with him, all this stuff. They've been on and off for like the past couple of years, and I guess he got upset about it. But his relationship wasn't the only relationship brought up. If you watch the segment, I personally don't think it was that serious for him to go off the way he did, but he got on Instagram and he started calling them all types of names, and it was just a mess. He was talking about Adrian, and then he went after Tamar, and Tamar, Miss Braxton, ain't having that. She went all the way off on him, said what she had to say, and later, I think like the next day, he posted a picture, and he was like, it wasn't an apology, but he was saying he could have handled it a better way, and it was just crazy, ridiculous nonsense. And I think, when you're a public figure, I understand, he gets tired of people criticizing him and saying stuff about his relationship. But at the same time, it comes with the territory. Let people say what they want to say. Whether you don't have to respond to everything. Learn to pick and choose your battles. I thought he got past that, and I thought he was getting better with it. And I was rooting for him once again, but I'm just like whatever with him, like at this point right now. And yeah, but I'm just over it. So Nicki Minaj made the news. So apparently it's been said for like the past couple of weeks, I've been seeing it, that her longtime boyfriend, who I believe she was engaged to, Safari, have finally split. I know he got like 2 out of his 3 tattoos removed of her. So apparently Nicki Minaj bust the windows out the car that she bought him, which was a 2012 Mercedes-Benz, and threw his clothes in the trash bin and chased him out of the house. I think with a bat. Yeah. So, he won't be riding no other chicks around in the car she paid for. But I mean, who cares? She paid for it. If she want to smash it up, let her do her. So if you haven't heard, Miss Kelly Rowland and her hubby Tim Witherspoon welcomed their little bundle of joy, which they named Titan Jewel Witherspoon. And we all can't wait to see little pics of the family together. See her in her mommy mode. So congratulations to them. And it was announced that Jessie J and Luke James are officially coupled up. I love Luke James. But yes, the pair announced that they are officially together on Instagram Monday. She posted him as her man crush Monday. And he also replied with a little cute picture and note. So you guys can go on their Instagram and check that out if you want to snoop. And also, Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel are finally expecting their first child together. So, as many breakups as there has been, people are getting together and procreating out there. Also, in other news, Beyonce, she's just out here killing it. She was named the highest earning female entertainer. And she's also dropping another album at the end of this month. It's set to be released November 24th, 2014, which it will be the Platinum Edition, and is actually now available for pre-order via Amazon. It includes 20 songs. It has 2 new tracks, 10 live performances, 4 new remixes, the 2015 mini calendar, 2 photo books, and 17 music videos. So, all you Beyonce stans, Beehive, everybody out there, make sure you go and order that. Also, Janet Jackson reappeared in Dubai to attend the Vogue Fashion Dubai experience. Y'all know ever since she got married to that billionaire, she been in hiding. But I guess I would be too if I was sitting on racks on racks on racks. I'll take my little hiatus. But it's been over a year since her last appearance, and she came out still slaying, of course. And apparently she's working on a new album. So you guys make sure you keep your eyes and ears open for that. And last but not least, one of my favorite people, Mr. Carter himself, Jay-Z, buys Ace of Spades, which is a luxury champagne company, Sovereign Brands, a New York-based wine and spirits company, after helping to make the drink a fave among the celebs. The $300 a pop champagne bottle, well, they sold its interest in the brand to Jay, who has had an established relationship with them for 8 years now. When he did his Show Me What You Got video, a rep said that he made them an offer they couldn't refuse. He's been wanting to buy into the company for a while, and, he finally did it. So, I see you, Jay, making major moves out there. Recently, he also signed the Voice of New York, Miss Angie Martinez, and Des Bryant to Rock Nation. I see him building that empire. And for those of you who don't know, Jay-Z is one of my biggest inspirations and role models. I just love that man, and he really inspires me. So I'm always keeping my eye out to see what major moves he's doing behind the scenes, because he does a lot of stuff that people don't know about. But I see you. I'm watching. I see you. But anyway, we're going to jump into the music for you guys. So this week, Ludacris dropped a new track featuring Miguel called Good Lovin'. The track will have you. Yeah, so you guys make sure you go listen to that. Miguel's been missing for a little while. Ludacris too, so them two coming together. I like the song. I think it's dope. You guys should go listen to that. Teyana Taylor. I've been killing you guys with her for the past couple of weeks. I know. But she released her album finally. 7 is out. And if you guys have not heard it, you need to go over to iTunes or go to your nearest Best Buy or whatever store, Target, wherever you can get it. Go and buy that album. Make sure you guys support her. And I'm pretty sure you guys will not be disappointed. I cannot stop listening to it. I was listening to it before I did this, and I'm going to listen to it after. I listen to it all day, every day. And you guys make sure you go check her out. And also, Sebastian Michael teamed up with Teyana Taylor for the Made For Me video, the song that they did together. So if you haven't seen that, go over there and watch it. Sing along. Get all lovey-dovey with your boo or whatever. Think about your boo. Think about how y'all made for each other. Maybe. Joe Budden, another one of my faves, released his EP, Some Love Lost. And if you guys haven't heard it, just know that he really is the mood god. And he always be having me in my feelings. I always feel like I'm in therapy listening to him. But I've been rocking with his music since his first album. I had 2 of those. And I still have them. And I have most of his music. But, if you haven't heard it, you guys need to go check that out. He just performed at SOB's on Tuesday. I wish I would have been able to go, but I didn't. But I've seen him in person, and I've gotten to meet him. And, if you haven't been to one of his shows, I recommend that you go and go get all your life. You guys make sure you go and listen to OLS 4. And Tiffany Evans is back with a single called Baby Don't Go, which is another song that I can't stop listening to, for her upcoming EP. You guys can purchase it on iTunes. So check that out, because that girl is always coming with some serious vocals for you. And also, I just have a little snippet I'm going to give you guys of an artist that I'm very fond of, who I've known for a while now. I don't even know how long. I've watched this artist grow and develop over a long period of time, and he is gearing up for the release of his next project. And he recently released a song called Tuck Your Feelings. Jersey City artist Clinton LG, Future and Watts.
All I hear is gripes, tell niggas to get a grip. You losing in your life, I think you should get a lift. We're aiming so precise, it's only right we persist. I'm all around nice, you niggas is just snitch. So come up off it. You dealing with Clinton and come with offers. Shit, whatever you frontin', we somersault. If I got it, I get it, I'm getting Marvin. If your business is bitchy, you can't afford this. So come correct and straighten your tie. Tuck your feelings, my nigga, that ain't business of time. I'm from a place where niggas love you the least. I mean, they say succeed, but they don't want you to leave. They put their hands out for everything that you have. They won't move their feet, so they expect you to drag them. Soon as you let go, you forgot where you came from. All your hard work is theirs. Ain't that some? It's in my grind with the hit is ball. Money off, bitches, yes, you know the out. Boy, what you mad at? Baby girl, just the feelings when you're at.
If you guys do not know who he is, you make sure you can find him on Twitter under Clinton LG. And you can also find him on SoundCloud, Clinton LG, and go listen to his records. He's super, super talented and uber dope. So if you guys haven't heard his music or you haven't heard of him, make sure you guys head over, check him out, and yeah. Now it's time for War Talk That Talk. Okay, so one thing I didn't talk about early on, because I'm saving it for right now, is the hashtag I support Kari. So if you've been in a shell, tucked away like a turtle, Kari Champion is the female host on ESPN First Take. Wednesday, comedian Artie Lang thought it was okay to send racist and sexist tweets to ESPN First Take host Kari Champion. I personally was very, very disturbed, and I just have a few things that I want to say. I wanted to really go in on Twitter and do a Twitter rant, but I decided to save it for today. And these are my thoughts, and this is how I feel about it personally. And so I'm just going to jump into it. Comedian Artie Lang thought it was okay to send racist and sexist tweets to the ESPN First Take host. And I just feel like, I don't know what it is with women of power and men with their shattered egos who just can't handle a strong, independent woman who's intelligent, with an opinion, and who can hold her own. And, it's not enough. She has to work 10 times harder to get whatever position she's trying to obtain. And then has to, show and prove all the time why she was chosen over not only other females, but the male candidates for the position, because it's just not enough that a woman is highly educated or accomplished and has way more experience and is clearly qualified. Women should not be subjected to sexual abuse of any kind. The tweets sent to Kari were far beyond comedy. It was misogynistic, disrespectful, and disgusting. There's a line between being funny and disrespectful, and he clearly crossed and ignored every one of them. Trying to hide behind comedy is unacceptable. I'm so tired of these men and their BS that think it's okay to attack women verbally and physically. There is nothing slightly humorous about raping a woman and then to take it a step further and insinuate her being a slave who is being molested and raped by her oppressor. I can't even express how deeply disturbed I was when I read those tweets. I am completely offended as a black woman, as a female in general, and just being a human being, period. Like, who says that stuff, tweets it, and thinks it's okay? That's not jokes. It's not funny. I didn't get any humor out of that. I just want to say, I support Kari, and I was glad to hear that Comedy Central dropped him from midnight and that ESPN banned him from the network. As women, we have to take a stand and not allow vile situations like this to be normalized and acceptable in society. We should never have to dim who we are for the comfort of inadequate, weak men. And it's just that simple. So you guys know I always like to end on a positive note, and here's my quote. She lives her life like a flame, a dance of purposeful chaos. Her enchanting light can guide you and quell your fears. She's hot, warming those who respect her and burning those who don't. She is a flame with an unforgettable glow. A weak man will try to dim her luminance, but her soulmate will take pleasure in fanning the blaze. So you guys, I hope you all enjoyed the show today, that you all have a great weekend. Make sure that you subscribe, you share, and give me some feedback. Hit me up on Twitter, email me and all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram, all at Riley Ross. And I will talk with you guys next week.